Welcome back to the Forensics Detailing channel. Do not forget to subscribe. Now, most detailing brands will sell you a wax in their lineup, but Soft99 have 11 waxes here, or wax-like products in a tin, and one liquid sealant. And in this video, we are going to put them all out on our test panel and start doing some tests on them with a gonophotometer to look at which ones are the glossiest and the shiniest. We're going to look at which ones are the slickest. We're going to look at which ones bead and repel water the most. And we're going to look at which ones are the most durable. And we're going to look at prices. And ultimately, we're going to form an opinion on all of these products and see if any of them, we'll see which one picks up the most points and see if any of them can compete with the Fusso coat, which is the one that Soft99 are known for. Some of these other waxes I've tried, some of them I haven't. So I have no idea really what the results are going to be, but I'm interested to find out. So let's get stuck in with the testing. Okay guys, so let's just start as always by walking through the products. The first one we have here is the Kwame wax, which costs £21.99 for 200 grams, which is pretty decent value. So the thing to know about this is it's a mix of carnauba wax, which I like in a paste wax, and synthetic waxes. It's a dry curing wax and it's a hard wax, so it's not like a soft paste inside. So it's a traditional paste wax, if you like. It's pretty easy to use, this stuff, guys, and it lasts up to 3 months, does everything well. It's the all-rounder in the pack, but can it compete and win this particular competition? I don't know. Next up is the Authentic Premium. Looking forward to using this one, guys. This has less durability, so it only lasts up to 4 weeks. So it's something you're going to use regularly, perhaps in summer for the shine, if you like carnauba. Very high content of T1 carnauba. It costs $36.99 for 200 grams. So this is the most premium wax in the lineup. Next up, this one's known as Water Block, and I'm interested to see how this one fares. It costs $21.99 for 300 grams, so that is actually very good value. It's a little bit bigger than the Kwame if you look at the size of the tin. Now this stuff is meant to be really hydrophobic, easy to apply, and last up to 4 months, so it has a bit more durability than the standard waxes. So it might be as beady as Fusso, but can it last as long on the panel? Is this like a hidden gem among the range? I'm interested to see what that's like and how it kind of performs. Next up, we all know this one. This is kind of Fusso coat, which really sort of, you know, it's a very popular product, widely used. This costs £31.49 for 200 grams. We know this uses the fluoropolymer technology, which is very water repellent. I think it also helps keep the car clean as well, that kind of fluoropolymer stuff. This can last up to 12 months, okay? So how does that compare? We're not going to have these on a panel for 12 months. We're just going to hit them with chemicals and see which one lasts, which is a sort of inferred durability test. I'm expecting this one to win. It does outperform pretty much most other paste waxes on the market, so it's good stuff. Next up, Mirror Shine. So this is a show wax, guys. This costs $21.99 for 200 grams. I was really impressed with this stuff, with how it looks and how it goes on. So you don't have to wait for any cure. It's a hard wax. You spread it and you buff it, and it just puts a shine on the paint. And it does last up to 3 months, but I've not tested that durability. So usually with show waxes, you don't get the durability. So interesting to see. Next up, King of Gloss. This was very popular as a glossy wax that you could put on top of Fusso. Cost £27.49p, but you get 300 grams of it, so it's pretty good. It's fully synthetic, and it's a dry curing one, and it lasts up to 3 months. I know it's pretty hydrophobic as well. So I'm really interested to compare durability on these two, because this I know is easier to use. It's literally wax on, wax straight off. Car is shiny. Can it last as long as this one? There's got to be some differences, hasn't there? This one is slightly different here, guys. This is like the new scratch wax. So this is a bit like if you've got any fine defects in your paint, you see like on black paint where those fine swirls really stick out and make the paint look hazy and white. Well, you can buff this over with like an applicator and improve the paint. So it's a bit like that sort of, a bit like a polish function really within a wax. So slightly different product. How much does this cost? £21.99 for 200 grams. Bert from Pro Detailer said this stuff's really, really good. Now, down here, these Soft99 white and dark, these are our cheaper waxes. These cost £15.39 for 300 grams. So that is very, very cheap. I believe they're soft waxes, and their durability is up to 4 weeks. So, you know, I prefer a hard wax really, and I don't think the price of these at sort of whatever they are, 21, 22, 23, is that different to 15. So these are my underdogs. I've got no idea what they're going to do, so interested to find out. Now this wax here is different to all the others. It's called Hydrogloss wax. It costs £31.99 for 150 grams, so it's more expensive than most of these, apart from the premium one, I think. And you get a little bit less. But what's different about this wax, guys? Well, it doesn't use any solvent. It's got a water-based carrier in it. So it's also not going to kind of have any mineral spirits that, if you put on top of a sealant, might degrade it. So this might make a good topper. But does it, you know, what's it like if you use it on its own? It claims 3 months durability. And it's also for people that want to handle environmentally friendly stuff that's not solvent-based. So these are all solvent-based. This one, water-based. Interesting. This one here is Hanari wax. This has been around for a long time. It's one of the original back in the day ones. It costs £13.19 for 280. So that's one of the 280 grams. That's one of the cheapest waxes in here. I believe that's a soft paste wax as well, rather than a hard kind of paste wax. Then finally over to this one, guys. Well, this is more of a liquid sealant using the same fluoropolymer technology as Fusso. But it's a thin liquid, if you like. Now, this one costs £16.99 for 300 ml, and it claims up to 7 months durability. So, interesting. So it's different, and it's probably more for people that want a liquid spreads very easily over the surface. That's one of the advantages of a liquid sealant, rather than having to kind of work, you know, and spread a paste wax. So you can get around a little bit quicker with that. But I think a lot of people feel there's enjoyment in sort of having a tin of wax and, you know, buffing it to a shine. So it's good to have an alternative format in there as well. So there is our lineup. Before we get started, guys, welcome to my office. Now, I want to show you a website that's going to help you pick the best wax for your car. Waxes.soft99.eu. I'll link it in the description of this video. What you can do on this website is scroll down, find the colour of your car, select it, and then pick whether you want shine and gloss, ease of application, durability and protection, or basically anything. So I'm going to go for durability and protection, and my M4 is kind of this colour. So let's have a look and see what it recommends. So the 3 recommendations there are Fusso Coat, Fusso F7 and Water Block. If I was more looking for shine and gloss, we've got some other waxes in here like the Mirror Shine, which I really like, the King of Gloss and the Kwame. So be aware of this website because it can help pick the right wax for what you want. So test number 1 is basically comparing the prices and giving the cheapest one 10 marks and working my way down. 3 of them were the same, so they've all got 5s. A summary of that, guys, if you're after the best value wax in the Soft99 range, it's the Hanari wax, followed closely by the Soft99 white or dark or black waxes. Then after that, it's the F7 liquid wax, if you like, or liquid sealant. And I just thought I'd mention Water Block in here because that's not far behind and you get a lot of wax there for not a lot of money. So that's 4th as well. So those are your 3 value products in the lineup. Okay guys, now we're going to talk about the application and the buffage. So my car is like a hodgepodge of different waxes all over it now. My favourite, and it's a clear favourite actually, out of all of these Soft 99 waxes to work with, is the Mirror Shine. It goes on, it comes straight off. When you apply it, it's nice and, you know, oily and slidey and all that sort of stuff. It's translucent. There's no whitiness or chalkiness to it. And when you buff it, the panel just feels slick and the microfiber feels slick and it looks great. So it's definitely the nicest one to use, I think, out of all these products. After that, funny enough, the new Scratch Clear, if you follow the instructions, just buffs out really nice because it's more of a glaze and you're not like leaving it on the panel and then waiting for a cure and then buffing it. You're kind of working it. It's just the next nicest one to work with. After that, it gets a bit interesting, and I'm marking relative to the best. I would say probably the F7 because it's so easy to spread over the panel. You know, it just goes onto the panel really well. There's a bit of grabbiness when it's cured and you buff it, but when it's on a car, it's not so bad. When it's on the test panel can shift around a bit. That's a nice one to apply. Funny enough, the Fusso, the new improved formula, doesn't have that really stiff dry curing buff that the old one used to have. The only thing with the Fusso is you do need to make sure you do that crosshatch thing, or just get a thin layer on it. Don't allow a thick layer of it to dry. Okay, that's the same with a lot of these. After that, I'd give it to the Kiwami. That's like a decent application, spreads nice. It does stiffen up a little bit, so it's not as easy to work with as the Mirror Shine. And then some of these other ones are harder. The authentic wax is nice and oily and buttery, but it's like a real carnauba rich formula and it just needs a little bit more buffing than the other ones. The Water Block, that goes like the king of gloss down here. I've given those both 3 because compared to the Mirror Shine, they're a lot harder to buff. You get a dry cure and you can see the white wax and you have to go in and buff it, and the danger is you miss a bit. So these need a little bit more buffing and then like following up with the detail spray, something like that. The Hydro Gloss, funny enough, is a bit easier to buff. It doesn't like dry to this white cure like the Cog or the Water Block, but it's just a bit stiffer and less oily, funny enough, because it's water-based, to spread. So the Hydro Gloss doesn't feel as slidey as some of the other waxes. The Soft 99 one, the black ones, the cheapest in the range, they're quite oily and they go on okay, but when you buff them, they haven't fully cured, so you're still sort of like moving some of the wax around. So it just wasn't as nice as experience as the Mirror Shine, which was just an absolute peach. So those are my relative ratings on applications. So we're starting to gain some points, but now we're going to do real performance testing on slickness, gloss, beading and durability to get a complete picture. So let's crack on. Okay guys, so I'm going to do the patented forensic slickness test. Do it in 2 heats because I've only got 8 pads and we've got 12 sections really. That feels a lot floatier. It's not bad, but this one feels like it's really floaty. That's pretty good. It's not bad. That's not quite as floaty. I think the Fusso is going to go here. Going to go first. So let's crack on with this. There it goes. Look at that. I told you. We've been doing this a while. So heat 1 is Fusso, followed by the authentic moved. No, it's the Kiwami. Fusso Kiwami. No, and we'll give it to the Water Block. We should really repeat these about 10 times because little jolts and things can make a difference. No, authentic. Oh no, which one? No, it's the King of Gloss. Yes, it's the King of Gloss. King of Gloss. These next 3 are going to be in the runners up category. Then it looks like the authentic, and then the Mirror Shine. Mirror Shine's the slickest when you actually buff it, but this is like testing friction. So now we'll do these 6, including the control. Fusso here, the F7 feels good. Definitely not the Hydro Gloss. That's not bad. That's pretty good. New Scratch one's good. I'd say it's going to be between F7 and the New Scratch. New Scratch Clear. Oh no, okay. It's the Soft 99 Black. Oh, and then the high. Oh, but that's bizarre. That just went. That doesn't feel like it. I mean, oof. That's bizarre. Usually it goes how I can. Yeah. Yeah. That's a bit better. Okay, yeah. So this Soft 99 Black. Soft 99 Black. Can you see all this? Yeah, you can, yeah. Right, steady, steady as she goes. Just raise it up. No jolts. Keep raising. Wait for one to go. Oi. Okay, the Hanari. Interesting. Hanari. So one more can go through to the final heat. Here we go. Yeah, okay. So that's the New Scratch Clear. New Scratch. Now we're playing for the runners-up slot, the wooden spoon. Okay, F7. That felt slidey to me. It's got a chance of winning the wooden spoon. And then the Hydro Gloss. And the Control is the stickiest. Hydro Gloss and Control. Okay, right, over on to heat 2. We'll do the underdogs first. Okay guys, this is the battle of the wooden spoon on the bottom half of the Premier League. So here we go. Oh. It's the Mirror Shine. So the Mirror Shine is in the top half of the relegation zone. No, it's like the best of the rest. Gently, 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 gently. Something's going to go now. Come on. Come on. Come on. I don't know which one of those. They're virtually the same. The authentic and the cog. Slowly. No, it's definitely the authentic that's moving first, then the cog. So let's just write that down. Mirror Shine, authentic, cog. Okay, and then these ones. Something's going to go soon. God, it's quite a difference. Yeah, F7 after that. And I bet you, well, it should be the Hydro Gloss, really, shouldn't it? There it goes, yeah, before the Control. So Hydro Gloss, then Control. Okay, so now we've got the Premier League top table. These are all going for the Premier League. So we've got Fusso, we've got Soft 99 Black Wax, we've got a Hanari Wax, I didn't expect that to be there. We've got the New Scratch Wax, we've got the Water Block, and we've got the Kwame. Yes, those are our 6. Right, which one? Still put my money on the Fusso. Maybe the Water Block. Who knows? Let's just go. See what happens. Okay, nice and slow, nice and slow. Oh, the New Scratch. Oh no, sorry, it's Soft 99 Black. Yeah, that's definitely the one. Followed by Fusso. Oh, we'll redo that. But that went first. But the Fusso seemed to then go faster. Oh, yeah. No, no, no. Oh, no. Okay. I think I'm going to give it to that one. So it's only rough. We'll give it to the Fusso because when it did go, it was. They both started sort of moving. So next should be the Soft 99 Black Wax. Yeah, it definitely is, isn't it? Oh, that's moving quicker, but then when that one eventually lets go, yeah, it's definitely, that is definitely number 2, Soft 99 Black. which is the cheap one, Soft99 black. Okay, what's going to come third place in the Premier League? Still looking for a place in the Champions League. It's looking like it's going to be that new scratch one. Yeah, it is, yeah. That's the new scratch wax. That's the new scratch clear. Not, it won't cause new scratches. It's supposed to get rid of them. Oh yeah, it's definitely the water block. So that's the fourth place for the water block. Water block. And now I'm going to put my money on the Kiwami, but who knows, who knows. Yeah. Oh no, oh. Kiwami went first, Hanari went faster. Let's do it again. Yeah, that's definitely that one. It goes quicker. So that, why am I so knackered? Kiwami and then Hanari. So I'll write these up on the board, guys, and come back and I'll show you the ranking. So there's the results of our slickness, guys. Hydro last, F7, then Cog, then Authentic, then Mirror Shine, then Hanari, then Kiwami, then Water Block, then New Scratch Clear, then the Soft99 Black Wax, and then in first place the Fusso wax. So you're getting an idea now, like you can start adding up in your heads the front runners. What are the front runners? Front runners are like this one here, and this one, I'd say the New Scratch and the front runners looking good. Fusso's behind. It's not by much though, is it? Not by much. So it's all in the balance. Let's go over to the gloss testing next. Hey guys, so we've got our Gonio photometer. It's been calibrated, and we're going to go through and take 3 average readings on each panel and then rank them based on it. And it'll just be somewhere in the middle. I'll stay away from the edges because there might be little bits of unbuffed wax right near the tape line, stuff like that. So here we go. We're looking at 20-degree gloss. So 75.3. This panel was compounded. This is the Kiwami. That's the reading we're interested in. 77.9. We want consistency on those 3 readings. So yeah, that's good consistency. And if we go to our stat, our average is 76.8 on the Kiwami. So let's just write that down. 0.8. Okay, now we go down to the premium authentic. Let's clear, delete everything. Okay, go again. 77.0. Both these are Carnaubery. 75.4. Carnaubery. Is that a new word, like rubbery? So that's going to be close. 76.5. That's really close. That's basically a draw, but we'll go off the exact data because we have to separate them. Oh, I'm trying to delete this. What's it doing that for? That's the second time in a row it's done that. Oh, okay. Right, there we go. Right, back up to here. This is the water block. Number 1. We got 75.6. This is good. 76.5. You got some catching up to do, water blocker. So 78, which gives us an average of 76.9 on the water block. That's ahead. Right, the Fusso, this will be interesting. Right, let's make sure we clear this down. Okay, we're good to go. Boom. 77.2, solid start. These are very consistent actually. This is a compounded panel. Oh, okay, well that's a shame. So the Fusso on the gloss side, but actually you might expect this though, because if you look at all the gloss ratings, the Fusso 74.3, so the Fusso's down a couple of units on gloss. And I remember all the Soft99 ratings, they said that, like that some of the other waxes shine better than the Fusso, so maybe that's your compromise for durability, but that's going to still affect it because we're marking them on this gloss. Right, so mirror shine, I'm hoping this one's really good because this one I think looks amazing. It's going to give me bad readings now. No, that's okay, come on. Not off the charts though, it wasn't like an 80. 70, so it's very consistent. This was the one that probably my eyes said looks the best. Yay! That's going to be the highest so far. 78.4. Oh no, yeah, that's the highest so far. So the mirror shine, 78.4. Okay, on to the king of gloss. Is the king of gloss really the king of gloss? My money tells me that the mirror shine, my eyes, you know. But that could, oh no. The eyes, the truth, your eyes can't tell the difference between 1 or 2 gloss units, really. You might be able to spot the difference between like somewhere between 5 and 10. Mirror shine was the ones that my eyes were telling me was the nicest looking. Well, that is down actually, the king of gloss. Oh, let's go back, stats, so 77.1. So higher than some of these other ones. So it's the second king of gloss, but the mirror shine, it's got the shine. Delete all the batches. Right, now we're on the new scratch wax. I got a feeling this is going to do quite well actually. Yeah, 80.5. I know I may look dumb. Yeah, this is consistently higher. This is a good product, this stuff. Yeah, that's consistently higher. I thought that would be a good one. Because this is like a little polish, but it's for clear coat. 79.9. Yeah, that's the best so far. Oh, I shouldn't have written that. So it's 79.9. I thought that was going to be good. Right, Soft99 black. I'm not so sure about this one. Don't know. Let's clear all the readings. My gut instincts say that this is not going to be as good. My gut instincts are rubbish. As long as this is consistent. Wow, it is. Wow, that's interesting. Because I didn't like using this one as much as some of the others. That's consistently better. That is consistently better. That's, well, oh, there you go, 81.6. This little black wax is going to do really well. It's cheap. You get tons of it. I just didn't like the application of it as much. I felt it didn't like dry cure to a soft crust, and like it was a bit smeary. But apart from that, for the price, the results have been good. But well, we've got more tests to do yet. But it's going to get a good gloss breeding test by the look of it. So it's in with a chance of winning this. 76. This one's down. The Hydro Gloss. Okay, that's interesting. This Hydro Gloss is definitely not as oily. You know, it makes me chuckle because it's water-based, but it's stiffer to kind of spread around the panel. And that's lower gloss, so that's 76.8. It's really good. I love doing this gloss testing. I love doing this gloss testing. I find it fascinating, actually. You'd have to, really, you should be doing a lot more testing than this, but this is just a little quick look. Hanari is going to be low, this is. Yeah, I knew that was going to be low. I'll tell you why that's going to be low. This is all going to be low. Yeah. I knew it. Yeah. So what's the average? Really low, 59.2. There's a reason for that. And that involves a torch. This has really hazed up the clear coat. Really abrasive. You know, there's a bit of fine marring there. That's where I've compounded it with the wool. and like a coarse compound. But that is from where I've actually applied, you know, that product. Yeah, because that's just without anything on it. So you can see a bit of machine marring from the aggressive wool. But this Hanari stuff is better on old faded oxidized paint, I think, because you can really scrub away at the surface and pack it full of all the oils. I don't think, you know, for clear coated cars, I'd go with a modern one of these waxes for sure. The Hanari is an old school product, I think. Right, so now we're on the F7. Good, decent showing there. Good consistency. Last one. Okay, so our average on the F7, sorry, is 77.1, which is somewhere in the order in the middle. So I'm just going to rank those now, guys, and put them up on the screen. Okay, just before I run through those final results, actually, guys, I thought it'd be a good idea just to show you the control as well, so we know what our average gloss on the panel is before we applied these waxes. 69.8. Let's just get an average, so 3 readings. 69.7. I love it when it's consistent. Means I've done a good job prepping the panel. Oh, okay. 72.9, never mind. So our average is 70.8, so we'll just put that down there. 70.8 on the panel prior to applying the waxes. Let's go through the marks. In last place, 52.9 Hanari wax. That is for, I think, pre-lacquer things. It's like equivalent to kind of a tea cutty type product that really scrubs away at the paint, but on fine, soft painted surfaces. You know, it's an old school product. So next one, Fusso, 74.3. So it's behind some of the others on gloss, which is interesting. That's what I kind of thought. Then it's the Premium Authentic. There's less difference between all these now with 76.5. Then joint fifth with 76.8 is the Kwame. Where's the other one with 5? And the Hydro Gloss. So they're in the same. And then joint seventh is F7 and King of Gloss. So they've had put 7 units of gloss on that panel compared to our base, which is about right. The higher it goes, the less these products can affect it. Then we want 8 after that. Mirror Shine, definitely shiny. That to my eyes is one of the best. 78.4 for the Mirror Shine. And then new Scratch Wax, which I think is for modern cars with clear coat, where you just want to improve them. That's probably got some polish in it or something, because that's nearly 80 average, which is amazing. But then this old thing here, the cheap one has done 81.6 and picked up 10. So that's a little, that is a little secret underdog. I'm expecting it to get caught out when we do our next tests on beading and durability. So let's crack on, guys. Getting some really good information here, actually. I like it. Okay, guys, next up, hydrophobicity. So let's just have a look at the control. It's just normal, isn't it? Who knows, maybe a bit of polish on there, even though it's been panel wiped. F7, very good. Hydro Gloss, that's pretty good as well, actually. Yeah, there's not much difference between those two. That's very repellent. Interested to see if the Hydro Gloss can take. And that's not, the Hanari doesn't have much going on there. A little bit of, you know, but not very repellent. What's this one? New Scratch Wax. It's pretty good. That's not as good as, not far off it though. Yeah, it's not quite as repellent as the Hydro Wax to my eyes. Oh man. So this cheapo Soft99 black one, that's really, it's like very cheap. Still beads. I just soaked myself. Never mind. It's not mega rapid though, but it's pretty rapid. That cog is ultra rapid. Look at that. That's a bit slower. I'm just forming an opinion. What's this one? The Mirror Shine, man. That's good. These waxes are all pretty hydrophobic. Yeah, the water block as well. It's going to be tough. It's going to be really tough to separate some of these. The Fusso's ridiculous. Yeah, that's ridiculous. You can't get any stickiness. Look at the speed, it just comes off, look. That's not far behind though. Kwame I know isn't quite as repellent. Not much in it though. The premium carnauba, not bad. So I'm going to put this panel angle down a little bit because when it's nice and steep it's harder to tell, so I'm going to go a bit more horizontal. Okay guys, so I've got the panel at a slight different angle here so I can gauge it a bit different. Let's just check out the Hanari in the control. So you can see there's the Hanari, you know, it's no different really. It's not adding much hydrophobicity to the control, so it's not hydrophobic. The rest of them, like, you can just tell instantly are. So the Hanari is the worst. So now we've got to try and separate some of these others. Let's find the next weakest link. It's not that one. It isn't that one. It's looking like this one over here. But this is the new scratch wax. Yeah, okay. So that's a bit slower. Let's just see if we've got any other slow ones. No, yeah, there's another slow one here. The Authentic. Okay. That's rapid. That's rapid. So we've got to test between the Authentic. It's not bad. And the new scratch. Yeah, it's definitely that new scratch is slower. That's still quite beady, isn't it? So then it's new scratch followed by Authentic. And I'm just going to pause and write that down. Okay guys, I'm back. The next one for me, I think, is this new scratch. If you look at it, just it's still hydrophobic, but it just allows it to pool a little bit. Compare it to the Cog and the Fusso. They won't pool. That's definitely not as hydrophobic. So the next one after that is the new scratch. Then after that, it's definitely not the Hydro Gloss or the F7. Although we'll come back to those. We know it's not that one because we've done that one. The Mirror Shine is pretty rapid. The Water Block is rapid. That is rapid, but just bear with me. That won't pool at all. Yeah, I can get a bit of pooling. After that, I think it's the Kwame. Yeah, definitely the Kwame. So let's just get our order there. So it was, which ones did we say? Yeah, it was the Soft99 Black, then the Kwame after that. Let's just write this down. Kwame. Okay, now I've got to try and separate the top 6. This is going to be difficult. It's going to be difficult. So first of all, I can see, let me just put some spray there. I get, that's giving me a bit more of a shunt. Only just though. God, it's pretty beady though. It's just, there's not much in that. There's not much in that at all. That Cog is very beady. We've already ruled out the Authentic. Let's have a look at these two. Oh, it's the Mirror Shine, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, my feet. Yeah, it's the Mirror Shine. I can see it. It's just pooling a little bit more. Yeah, and the Water Block's throwing it off. So I'd say the Mirror Shine after that. Mirror Shine. Right, and these three are going to be hard to separate. Very beady, that Hydro Gloss. That's quicker, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Oh, hold on. Yeah, that's pooling less. So then it's the F7. And I think after that, the Hydro Gloss. Very difficult to say. It's now between these three: Cog, Fusso, and Water Block. Yeah. It's. I can't tell the difference between these two. I'm convinced the Fuso's slightly quicker, but not much in it at all. Yeah, the Fuso's slightly quicker. That, I got a wet foot. That's slower than these two. So after that, it's the Water Block. Water Block. I've just got to make sure, do my arrow this way round, and then that way. Water Block, and then it's Cog, and then it's Fusso. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah. Okay. That's my hydrophobicity rating. Let's go to the board. Okay, guys, we're on the final straight. I've soaked out this panel with a strong alkaline and just kept it wetted out. And it's been wetted out for hours. So all I want to see is compare how they degrade, you know. So, because they've all had the same kind of exposure. So let's have a look. That's the control. There's nothing on that panel. So I think the F7's been flattened. Well, actually, it's too early to say. We just need to rinse it a bit more first. Most of these have been flattened, actually. Free rinsing this as well, so that hasn't been flattened. The water blocker is gonna jump into life in a bit. So let's get a bit more pressure. Yeah, and the Kwami's still going. So some of them are still there. So let's just put this panel up right. Here we go. Do not slip. Let's get a clean cloth. Let's give this a little bit of buffage. Still stuff on that panel. That one I'm not so sure. Fusso's definitely going. Still going. I mean, it's not been removed. Right. Put that on there. Let's see if we can have a look again. That F7 is probably still there, actually. That's definitely still there. What one's that? Hydro Gloss. That's interesting. Hanari's gone. That Soft99 black one is gone. That's still there. What one's that? New scratch polish or wax. Mirror Shine's still there as well. A little bit. I'll be able to. Cog's been knocked down more than the Fusso. You can see that, can't you? Yeah. Authentic. That's probably still there a little bit. Interesting. Kwami's definitely still there. So I'm going to have a go at rating these. So you've had a rough kind of look at them. Definitely that one, the Fusso, is the one that's lasted the longest. And I'm going to play around now, and the next shot you see will be me going through the order of what the rank is on durability. Okay, guys, so as you can see here on the board, here's the results on durability as best as I can do them. So Fusso is definitely the best. Kwami, strangely, I felt was still going the most. Then the Hydro Gloss, then the F7, then the Water Block, then the Cog, then the Mirror Shine, and the new Scratch Wax, your new Scratch Clear. Then the Authentic Premium, and then the Soft99 Black, and the Hanari wax, which really doesn't have much protection going on. It's more kind of abrasive-y, like a polish, in my opinion. So that goes over to the final results, guys. And if I hold the camera up here, you can see the Kwame got 35 points and come 4th. The Authentic got 19 points and come 8th. The Water Block got 37 points, sorry, and come 2nd. The Fusso, it got the most points. It got the most. It was always going to win the beading and durability, wasn't it? But it did well in the slickness. Any places it slipped up were in the price relative to these other ones and the gloss rate readings. But it's still come out on top. So that's number 1. Mirror Shine, number 3. Joint 3rd, though. New Scratch Clear 3rd, which is quite a nice product, actually. Bert was really telling me about this, that it's really good, but it's more of something that you can sort of buff into the paint to really bring up the gloss. More like, I don't want to say it's more of a glaze, but it's more like one of these cleaner wax things. Now this one's a surprise. Soft99 Black, because this is a really cheap wax. It's got lots of value there, but it's really quite slick and quite glossy, but it doesn't last too long, but it's managed to just hang in for 3rd place. After that, the Hydro Gloss wax. So lost marks on price. Application, it's a bit drier. It's not slick. Gloss, it's somewhere in the mid-order. But it's good on beading and durability. So, yeah, sick. That's what it is. This Hanari wax, we'll talk about that in a little bit. 10, 4, 5, 2, 0, 1, which makes 22. So that comes 7th. F7, 8, 7, 1, blah, 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 35, come joint 4th. And then the King of Gloss, 32 points, joint 5th, I believe, or not joint, but 5th, yeah. So here's our top 3. Number 1, Fusso Coat. Number 2, Hydro Gloss. And then these 3 tied. Okay, so I'm just going to cut through all of this and just say, here's my opinion. Because you're not going to go and buy every single one of the waxes here, are you? Unless you're a lunatic. Because, you know, you don't need 12 waxes. So which ones do I need, John? Cut to the chase. Well, I think the Water Block is like a beady, less durability, cheaper, you know, price-wise version of Fusso. But it does dry cure, and the new Fusso is easier to buff, and it lasts a bit longer. So I would go with the Fusso over the Water Block. You know, I see those two as being competitors. Right, this product I'm going to rule out unless you have single stage paintwork that's heavily oxidized, you know, and you really need to scrub back the oxidization, because this is like got an abrasive feel to it. Old cars, so I'd rule that out unless that fits your requirement. This one is a bit of an oddball, the Hydro Gloss. It's a strange thing. It's a bit drier than other waxes. It's a bit less oily because it doesn't have any oil in it. But I don't know how they've managed to make this wax with water. I just don't know how you can do that. There must be emulsifiers going in to get these things to mix. How the hell does that work? I don't know. This is a bit of niche wax. Consider this if you want to put it on top of something and you don't want whatever you're putting it on top of to have, you know, whatever these are called, hydrocarbon carriers, because the water's going to be less degrading. So that might be a little unique topper. They say you can put it on top of ceramic coatings as well because of that fact. So still, we're really still stuck with Fusso here. This Soft99 wax has tested really well because it's cheap, but I don't like it as much as the other ones. I found it a bit kind of smeary, even compared to Fusso, which is some people say they find really difficult to apply. I find this applies really easily, actually, if you just get it on thin. Whereas this can be a bit smeary, but it's glossy and it's slick. But I'm going to rule that one out because we're trying to cut through everything here, and that's the white version of it. So we'll rule that one out. I'm going to rule the Premium Authentic out. What this is an old school carnauba wax. This is for the guys that really don't want anything synthetic, want like an old school kind of product. And if you look at the blend of this wax, we can get the tin off with one hand while we're filming. That's impressive if you can do it. Come on, John, you can do this. There we go. If you look at the quality of the pour in there, it's much better. It's like the best quality pour. Some of the other ones, there's bits of wax in here, you know, which can happen. But this is just a really high quality, old school kind of product. But because it's essentially fully organic and it doesn't have any of the synthetic stuff or the modern fluoropolymers, it just doesn't have the durability. And there's actually modern products which can outshine it. So we've got to discard stuff. So I'm going to discard the Premium Authentic. I'm also going to discard the King of Gloss, because I think if you're going to have like a topper wax for gloss, you want something that goes on and off a lot easier. And this really feels like a durable kind of base wax the way it goes on and dry cures. And that's the reason I'm going to discard that. We'll put the Hydro Lock over there. I'm going to discard the F7 because I'm going to just keep it simple. The Fusso wax has better durability and probably you use less of it in this tin. So I think the Fusso is just a better product. That leaves us a few. This one, this new Scratch Clear, this is like if you've got a car and you don't have a machine polisher, a modern car with lacquer, and it's just a bit hazy, and you want to buff this in a little bit and hide and fill some of those swirls. So that's a niche product for that requirement, okay? So that could be an option. That's quite a nice product. Then you're left with these three, and these three are the best products, I think, out of all of this lot for most people. Fusso Mirror Shine. This Mirror Shine is the best glossy product in this for me. I go over here and the Gonio photometer tells me differently and tells me it's the Soft99 black one. But my eyes say this product looks great. But it's the ease of application of the Mirror Shine. Just like wax on, wax off, and it's really nice to buff. So that can be used as a topper for this. And it has mid-range durability. So good to apply this stuff. It's not expensive. And then finally, Kwame is like, if you want a wax that does a bit of everything, you know, it contains organic carnauba, which is nice. It beads, it dry cures. It's like a paste wax that does everything quite well. But I don't know. If I had to have two, I think I'd go with these two. And if I wanted a show wax type product, funny enough, my favourite is the synthetic Mirror Shine, which is, this contains no carnauba, but I don't really care because it's really nice to work with and buff. No cure time, and it's still. And when I applied it to the test panel, there was no. I didn't let it cure. It was wax on, buff off, and it still did all right. So, yeah, that's the hidden gem, and that's one of the reasons I think I want to do these videos. This Mirror Shine is a bit of a hidden gem. These two are known quantities. And this clear, Scratch Clear Wax Mirror Finish is an interesting kind of product. You know, like a cleaner wax, polish it up by hand type thing. So those are my three favourites, guys. Other than that, I'll just pause the camera over this. And you can just have a look at those scores. These give me some guidelines, you know, they put a framework around it, but you still have your little favourites. Application is very important to me. So there we go. Thank you very much for watching. Put in the comments what your favourite ones are. Most people are going to say Fusso, but if you've tried any of the others, tell me what you like in the range beyond Fusso. Okay guys, I'm really tired. I've been playing basketball. I'm exhausted. Thanks very much to Soft99 for sponsoring this. When I got my hands on these waxes, I wanted to do this test just for my own sanity as well, just because of all these tins of products that I'd never seen before, and it's like, well, let's go through, put them through the forensics crunch test and see how they come out. Again, whenever I do these crunch tests, someone else could be here doing them and come up with different results, and especially with the application, you might find certain things you favour and not. Some of these, and the durability test is very compromised by just, you know, letting chemicals sit on it. That doesn't really reflect, you know, doing a proper long-term test, but we've talked about that before. So there we go, guys. Yeah, that's my little secret gem, Mirror Shine. I knew it was glossy. Over and out. Take care.